Where's my room?
We're live.
We're live.
Hello, people.
G'day, gang. It looks like there's a few people waiting to say hello to us.
Yes, Jason Jamison is getting giddy.
Oh, so it's crazy Kiwis again. Look.
Oh, Rob and Rachel are here.
Anyone that hasn't watched the Cruising Kiwis, we highly recommend it. We're going to start a live chat with that. Just spruik another channel. Why not?
Hello, Gary. Hello, Dinter.
How you doing? So what's that? Muchas love from the UK, free range sailing. How's things going in the UK there? Hot, cold,
hot,
warm,
raining,
crazy.
Probably raining.
Probably raining. Would it be strange if we all count down from 30 minutes?
Have you been waiting for 30 minutes, Jason?
Oh my God.
Actually, we're a little early. We're 3 minutes early, but that's okay.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Come to New Zealand. We'd love to go to New Zealand.
My second favourite country there.
So are you in New Zealand now? It must be so late. It must be like 2 a.m. or something. Anyway.
Kiwis are fairly robust.
Yeah.
Oh,
from Newcastle. That's pretty late there too.
We didn't spend enough time in Newcastle. We did see a sunk boat in Newcastle Harbour.
Yeah, do you remember I do remember it. Yeah. What's in the video?
50 knots, getting blasted.
Yeah. Oh, living in Malaysia. Right.
Oh, that answers things. Yeah, so if we come to New Zealand, you're not going to be there. You're hanging out in Malaysia.
Yeah, midnight. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that sail out of Newcastle, that was crazy. That was our 50-knot video.
Yep.
That's how I remember Newcastle.
Yeah, that's probably some of our strongest winds yet. Lucky there was no sea.
So what do we want to... you know what? Some people have been asking us, are you going to release the shirts again?
Oh, yes. Yes, they have, and we are, and we have. So the free range sailing shirts, the Elements design, the new design that we got made for us designed specifically for us by our friends in Tasmania, are available for 3 weeks.
Yep, we finally succumbed to pressure.
Yeah.
people agitating to get hold of shirts.
Hey, Loz.
What?
That's the manager of Cruising Kiwis. The unofficial manager of Cruising Kiwis, Loz and Oz. We met her in Tanabiddy.
Gary Jack, we actually met you guys in Gosford.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
All
right. Yeah.
So you drove down from Newcastle. That's cool. That was a nice meetup. If you guys, I think we might have mentioned it that we had a meetup in Gosford in the video because we wanted to meet at where Marul was made in Gosford for her 50-year birthday. So it was great.
We've tended to do all of our meetups in the smaller towns and centres, and not really, apart from...
We had one in Brisbane.
Yeah, because, I think a lot of regional Australia misses out on stuff, and so we just put salt in the wounds by going there. So I drove from Singleton. Oh, I can't even place Singleton now. I should know. So have you guys got any questions for us, or what's going on? What's happening? A lot of time we get flooded with these questions and we can't keep up. But...
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just
west of News. There you go.
Oh, okay. Did you manage to get your lockers dry after the Watermaker debacle? How do we buy shirts? So to grab a shirt, I've put a link in the description of this live chat.
Yep.
So yeah, you can just click that link.
And each video that we release for a little while, in the description, we always have a thing where you can click the links there and off you can go to find the campaign, and then it's all self-explanatory after that. Is it there?
Yeah, I can even just add it to the chat now as well. And then you can see the prices, the colours. There's a few different styles as well, and you can decide what you want. They get what happens with the system with them is they get done in batches. It's really great because there's no stockpile of free range sailing shirts sitting anywhere. Basically, you order them and then they get printed to order. So it works really well. It's worldwide dispatch, so we don't have to worry on our end. They just get printed to order. The quality is really fantastic. We have had really great customer service with these guys at Bonfire that do our shirts. So We've just been rolling with them for now while we're moving around. We can't keep shirts on the boat, and it just works easily for us. And postage is ridiculous in Australia, so getting everything posted from the US out to you guys worldwide works the best for us. Yeah, and for you too. I mean, I know it's difficult if you're in Australia, but you might pay a little bit more if you're in Australia, but you wouldn't get a good quality shirt if we were getting it done in Australia.
We tried to do it in Australia, but to do the worldwide, because obviously free range sailing, kind of a big deal. We've got a worldwide audience, and a smaller section of it is in Australia than other places. So unfortunately,
Troy's wearing a large, and they do have the sizing in there. So if you go onto the store or the campaign page, it'll tell you like the waist measurements and things like that for the shirts and the length of them. So
he's finally
Oh yes,
I'm glad I don't have to harass you about hoodies.
You can get yourself a hoodie now, maybe 2.
I'm going to miss those comments though.
This is like, what is it? This is message 365 of my I want to get a free range sailing.
I think we got up to 52.
52.
It was a pretty good innings though.
No, you're not late. We've only just started. We've only been rolling for 5 minutes. Hi, Sheik.
Sheik Djibouti a pretty good name. That's very Frank
Sheik
Zappa.
Djibouti.
How did you manage to get your lockers dry after the watermaker debacle?
Okay, do you want to tell the story about that?
Our watermaker debacle, and Rob from Cruising Kiwis was sort of tangentially part of it, but we were I decided to make water with the watermaker, and we never leave the boat with a pump going. And this instance, it was just like, I'll just jump overboard, just quickly have a quick look at these bommies around the boat, bommies being coral heads, and just see what's going on. I'll leave the watermaker running. We'll be back in a second. I jumped over. Passy was going to join me, and when I came back, I was like, where's Passy? I can't find her anywhere. Rob and Rach and the family were on their boat, the Cruising Kiwi, so I swam over to them. Is Pasky here? No. And then Rob gave us a lift, and we went looking for Pasky. We can't find Pasky. She's obviously, our minds immediately leapt to the worst case scenario. She hasn't just swum up the reef a little bit. She's obviously stuck under a yellow stone. Oh my God, this is horrible.
This is totally crazy that you were getting so nervous about me.
Yeah, and then you'd been really going for crayfish at the time, I thought
you thought I was stuck.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Okay.
So, long story short, we finally got hold of Pasky. We went back to the boat for a bit of a chat. Look, isn't it marvelous that we're all alive? And then we got back, and the bolts on the watermaker had snapped.
Yeah.
These bolts here, not these ones, but I've gone and got new ones. They snapped and let the high pressure chamber, 800 psi, start like spraying salt water back behind our locker, and it just flooded everywhere, and it was totally annoying. But I actually handled it pretty well. I didn't get angry. I didn't throw anything around or break more stuff, which most people would just be like, it is tempting to do that. Didn't do that. So, we basically just had to pull everything out of the locker and mop it up. And I think I was just saying I don't care because I still got my girlfriend.
Up here.
Because I thought she's gone. So, like, pretty much anything could have happened. I wouldn't have cared. I was just like, everything's okay. I'm still kind of a little bit high from it.
That I was still alive?
Yeah. Because I had that little glimpse of like,
not having me around.
I haven't got a Pascal. Who's going to look after me? I was going to be lonely.
Yeah, but we did flood our boat with a lot of salt water, so that was a bit of a pain.
Yeah. But it's water. You just
and that's our lesson learnt. Not leaving the watermaker unattended is key to happiness.
Yeah, any sort of pump. So someone's sad about it raining. We won't be seeing rain for some time.
Oh, that was Jason, because we were saying, is it raining? It's probably raining in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Dinta bought a Malaysian perang knife.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where are you in Malaysia? Are you in Malaysia? Yeah, he is, because he was New Zealand from Kiwi living in Malaysia.
Is that that perang, was it from the hardware, or was it from one of the villages?
Sheik Djibouti said you'd starve to death without me, which is true.
That's true. That's true. Pascal's been gone just 1 week, and I'm missing a finger. I was that hungry.
It seems odd that there aren't many people. I don't know whether there's they're not getting a notification, or anyway, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah, it's easy. Buongiorno. Hi, Judson.
Oh yeah, maybe it's pretty late. So normally we G up these a little bit, give a fair bit of forward notice and stuff like that. So
put notice on Facebook, put a notice on YouTube.
Slow mode is off.
Yeah, I turned that off because we were getting a delay in people's responses and we weren't coming in.
Oh yeah, they make it in a village. I like those village forges from.
Is that what you saw as a village one too?
Yep, sure is, and it's a beauty. Will never fail. That microphone annoys me. I can't see anything.
Oh right, move it out of the way. I'm sure people can hear fine. Yeah.
To be honest, was totally confused about the time. It's.
Yeah.
How do you work it out?
Well, I put I just said click the link and then it will tell you like when are we going live. YouTube puts instead of me saying like we're going live GMT or like Greenwich Mean Time, just click the link on the screen and then you'll see when we're going live, because YouTube will say like we'll be adapted to your area, but maybe that didn't work. But it worked for me. Like I logged in on different computers and it said what time we were going live, but I don't know.
Event time was 9 a.m.
Hobart time.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Like I've got this love-hate thing with technology.
Yeah. But you can get a notification like when you click the things. So anyway. Work for me. Work for Paul. Loz is asking what our sailing plans are, because that was sort of the thing that we wanted to let you guys know what we're up to.
Sailing plans at the moment, yeah. So some people are like, are you going to go international? Are you going to hang around in Australia at the moment and things like that? So, sailing are definitely the sailing plans. So there was when we completed our lap, we were just like, we didn't reach our target for the amount of patrons we wanted, which was 600 patrons. And the reason being is like we have more expenses when you go international and you can't just stop and work because it's illegal. Not in Australia anymore. So we sort of assessed what our cost was, and we didn't reach that sort of financial target. So we went, we'll stay in Australia. And a lot of people were just like, oh my God, that's it. It's the end. It's over. We're going to miss you guys. But all we said is that we're just going to like stay in Australia. We'll still keep filming. We're going to stay in our home state and take a little bit of a break. It was a huge year, as you might appreciate, while we're in Tasmania.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little bit more time out. We got a few more patrons after that, which was really cool. It was unexpected, so that was great.
Hello, if there's any new patrons here. We just had a patron chat before we switched over to public.
Yeah. So, and I mean, to be honest, I wasn't that surprised. Like, we don't really hassle people to sort of support us financially. People come and do it voluntarily, and that's really amazing. So that's really good. What we need to do is convince everyone around Christmas time to send us $1. We're like 100 grand.
That would be great. Wouldn't it be great if everyone just sent us $1?
But so that's the plan.
Set up some tip jar and get everyone to send us $1.
Send us a Christmas present. So what we're going to do is take it fairly casually, and we're just the parts of Western Australia that we didn't really cover on our mad rush to the Kimberleys.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on doing that. And that's good for us as well, like being able to pull into an anchorage and instead of just resting up for 3 days, stocking up with fish and then going again, maybe we can stay there for a week, That won't really affect you guys in terms of the videos. Like it'll still be just the same sort of hopefully entertaining video. But it'll give us a little bit more time where we're not constantly traveling. Because we've been on the go for 4 years, apart from stopping in Tasmania, and then we were just like flat out working 7 days a week. And I mean flat out for like months. Do the refit that we did in the short amount of time that we did took some sacrifices.
Yeah, definitely.
Logistics.
Yeah.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, we got pretty tired. We were pretty tired when we got into Perth.
Yeah.
Which happened, we arrived in Perth in like the end of March.
Yeah.
So we had like pretty much a whole month of just chilling out with family. We did do some editing because we edited that whole series of sailing from Tasmania to Perth when we were in Perth.
Yeah.
And then since then we have been slowly making our way up the WA coast.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there with families, and they know that that's not actually chilling out.
No, it's not chilling out.
Especially when there's young children
But
involved.
it's not anchoring, and it's not sailing, and it's not being on a sander or painting or varnishing or building stuff or fixing engines. So
yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
How come all these windows are popping up?
I don't know.
Oh, because I just plugged it in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yes, I am. I am enjoying my run.
I think some of the concern is your Patreon website implied that this is the end of everything. I think it just said that we weren't going to go international if we didn't get enough support, which is sort of what we always said that we would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always sort of been like that because that's part of our decision making. It was just like, if it gets to that many people, then we'll go international. And remember, this was pre the madness. Like at the moment, we're not even allowed to leave.
Yeah.
Australia.
Mm.
So yeah, we just got there and went, oh, we didn't hit 600, so we'll just make another plan. And that plan was just to relax around WA. But don't worry, we'll still sort of film that, and then we'll just see how things transpire over the next 6 months or so.
Dinter said he's lost sound. So
is that because I plugged this in?
I don't know.
My sound working?
My sound working fine.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think it's your hotspot. Sometimes, No,
my hotspot's good.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Yeah, Paul. Look,
Paul sounds fine. Ron's good. Oh, it's all our patrons have come over.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, just keep chatting with you.
We'll just extend this patron chat.
Yeah. Shake's asking whether I'd go back to law work. Probably not. It's sort of one of those things, if you leave it, it's kind of like with your engineering tickets. If you let things lapse, your kind of experience isn't really worth as much. You don't have your practice certificate.
Yeah.
So you've got to retrain. I didn't actually get that many years in the experience. I think I only worked as a lawyer for 5 years or 4 years, so it's sort of not that good of credentials. It's very competitive, working in law. So
yeah. Stopping here where we are near Karratha, I've been getting job offers and stuff.
Oh yeah, you've been getting job offers here.
We actually have a job, like free-range sailing is a job, so I've turned those job offers down. But if we had to take work, we couldn't keep going with free-range sailing just because it consumes so much of our time as it is already. So it would.
We're getting enough to be able to support ourselves. It's just that if we went international, we'd need to think about
a different boat.
Different boat, and we'd also need to think about having the funds there if we had to come home and quarantine, or we got stuck back in Australia for a while, those sorts of things. And also the fact of the matter is, if we're not working full-time in like high-paying jobs, we need to think about putting money aside for after sailing. So
that's true.
We don't.
Dumpster diving is okay if it's by choice.
Yeah, we don't want to have to rely on having a pension or anything like that. And I don't think there'll be a pension available for us anyway. So that's something we have to think about too. So we're sacrificing a career, if you will, by making these movies, but we find it a job and we find it very rewarding. So we're making it work because we're still getting paid by a lot of you guys that support us, which is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the value of having those patrons is we can see that there's a regular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do this month.
Yeah. So we're still planning to vlog weekly. Yep, we're still planning to vlog weekly. We've basically, since we left Perth 2-3 months ago, we've been filming everything on the way up. So we're going to put together videos of our trip up the WA coast, and we're going to spend more time. I'm not sure if you mentioned this earlier. I was distracted organising stuff in the live chat, but we're going to spend more time seeing places that we had to rush through on our way up. Last time when we did this 5 years ago in 2017. So we were on this coast in 2017 and it was really enjoyable. I think you guys all really enjoyed our original videos. We probably didn't have the best filmmaking ability then, and we didn't have all the gear, and we had pretty terrible sound, but the adventure was good. The fishing was good. And we want to show you more of WA, Western Australia. It's our home state. It's where I grew up. Spent my whole childhood here, and Troy a significant part of his childhood. So, and all our families here. So we're not we're a bit beholden to state authorities. If we were in another state, like when we were in Tasmania last year, we couldn't actually go home and see family. So that's why we're choosing to stay in Western Australia this year. So we're not going to get trapped in another state. And similarly, if we went international, we'd be trapped. We might end up being trapped in another country as well, which would be even worse. So, yeah.
I think
that's the boring.
No. Well, I think some people, when they're making their dreams of going away sailing, everyone sort of has to reconcile that there's family that you leave behind and how that will impact you and how it will impact them. And it's you never just shoot off just by yourself, do you? There's other people that you sort of trail along in your hearts and head. So there's all that. We will. I'm
glad you're all happy to see more Western Australia footage because we wanted to show you more. It's such a big coastline, and we only spent like 6 months here before. So
anyone that's asking, are we going to continue vlogging? Yes, we will. Sometimes you'll miss a week or we'll miss a week or something like that, and that's because lots of WA has poor internet range, and rather than like sailing out 40 miles to get internet, we might just stay there and just make up for it later on.
And then we can upload and schedule where we can, and then sometimes I get behind because you're busy sailing or doing activities and then you don't get the video done. So we'll do our best.
And trying to lure us to Malaysia is not going to work at the moment because we're actually legally not allowed to leave apparently. So there you go.
Paul wants to see more fishing. There's definitely more fishing in WA.
More fishing. So. Yes, we've been quite involved with fishing. You should have seen the Spanish mackerel I got the other day, the cracker. We'd love to hear more about your passage planning to teach us all to circumnavigate Oz. What is our passage planning? We sort of look to where we want to go and check the weather and see if it's viable, and then we go.
Are you talking about like when we go, or like planning the seasonal stuff? Because there's certain places you want to be at certain times of the year.
That's important when you're doing a circumnavigation of Oz. Like you might want to hang around a little bit longer, but if you want to make that next point, just before the cyclones roll in, for instance, you sort of have to time things, and you can't see everything. You might have to go around a couple of times. Or if you so desire to stay in a place, you might have to lock yourself in there and let a whole season go by. A lot of people, when they go around Australia, they go fast. Like we feel like we went fast in 4 years, but we're slow travellers. So.
Had that awesome Kimberley guide too. The Sailing Kimberley Cruising Club,
which is absolutely free from the Fremantle Sailing Club.
Fremantle Sailing Club guide is great.
They've updated it. They've added more stuff to it. It's totally free. Fremantle Sailing Club's WA Cruising Guide PDF. You can find it online. It's free, which is the correct price for a lot of people. Are you going to put a link up? Are you?
No, I'm just going to check to see if it says that we're live.
Distracting. I don't know. WA, that Kimberley guide really was good. And if anyone's going up there, joining the Kimberley Coast Cruising Yacht Club, I think.
I feel like people aren't getting notified that we're live. I don't know what to do.
Because usually it's like 200 people.
I think people are just sorry guys. I feel like people are not getting the notification that we're live. But I don't really know how to fix it. So
what are you going to do?
Nothing.
I like a smaller live chat.
It's great.
It seems like it's more in control.
I know, but I just don't want people to that wanted to join us to miss out because they're waiting for a notification. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah. So that's all right. It's fine.
Do you want to start this all again?
No. I want to go to. Yeah, we're going to go to bed soon after we finish this chat because it's quite late.
Weather reading, tides, etc. Where did we cover tides up in Northern Australia? What was that video called? You remember that one? Lovers Torn Apart, was it?
Lovers Torn Apart. Before that.
We can't
remember. The day our engine made oil?
I don't know.
It's one of those.
Lure you back to Perth so we can buy you a beer. Why would you leave WA in any case? That's right. You can go from the tropics down to where it's freezing.
So much cruising, good cruising. You can go down and eat abalone and swim with great whites, and then you can go up and
swim with tiger sharks.
Swim with crocodiles if you want.
Yeah, no.
Andy Elliott, hello.
Yeah, good Andy.
We're actually in. Did we tell everyone where we are?
We're in Dampier.
We're in Dampier.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're on halfway up the West Australian coast, pretty much, or a little bit further than halfway. Yeah. So we're hanging out around this area for the next couple of months. We've been filming, and we're going to bring you videos. We're just working on them. Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken a little break and seen a few people and done some visiting and things like that. So there's a little bit of a delay in this week's video, and sometimes there will be delays in the future when we're out in the boonies somewhere. So yeah.
Yes. Hi, Matt. Yes, we've just launched our new. Well, it's not new. It's just the same range of Elements t-shirts and hoodies. I put the link up in the description of this live chat. Yeah. So if you're interested in grabbing a shirt or a hoodie, then that's it.
The idea for the drop boards have been used in boats for like centuries, but they're great, aren't they? You don't see them very often. And we were looking at those irregular gaps, and I was just like, how am I going to do this? And drop boards were just an obvious answer. We saw our friend Ian Beggs, who's a shipwright in, is it Gosford? No, where is it?
Well, it's Palm Beach, sort of.
So in Sydney, he's a
Pittwater,
a timber boat tragic, Pittwater, and we actually saw drop boards being used in their anchor locker, and I was like, oh, they look quite smart, and I was thinking about it for somewhere on Marul, and then when it came to use them, they've been incredibly effective, and I can see why they've been used in boats throughout the centuries. Really good airflow, really, really easy to make, really easy to clean. If you want to varnish them, you can do it like individually somewhere and not muck up your whole boat. So they're really good.
Loz, you know something is weird with live. It popped up on my phone, but if I go to my PC, I cannot go onto the live. It does not show up. Yeah, I don't know. There's something very odd with this one.
That's what do you want to? So there's no way to stop this and restart it then, and nah.
I can only see the notification community tab. I clicked on the highlighted link you provided. The live isn't showing up on the video tab. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can like end it and come back. Do you reckon?
Do you want to try it? We struggle with having enough internet.
Hang on there. We're going to end the stream and then start it again. But then we get two separate videos. So. I'm just going to go into edit and just maybe it's just not set to like, maybe it's on, it's on unlisted.
That old trick again.
There you go, guys. You got a little like unlisted chat with us because you're super special.
We have never done a live chat where it's like 100% gone to plan. Well, we don't have a plan, obviously, but it's always some sort of bunky carry on.
That's cool though. Like you guys got a nice little 20-minute chat with us without everyone else. That was so chilled. Yeah, so what I'd done is I had the link unlisted. So that's why when I went to our channel page, I couldn't actually see the live chat pop up. So
don't worry, we've gone live unplanned before. You know, we've just hit the button. And we're just like both looking at each other and everyone.
It was an hour and a half before we were supposed to go live, and some people got upset because we appeared and then we disappeared, and they're like, "Where have you gone?"
Yeah,
I'm going to bed now.
I think it lends a certain charm to our channel that we don't know what we're doing.
That makes us feel better.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kiwis.
Yeah. Watch those numbers grow. You wait. I reckon that'll be like 40. So,
hello from Mauritius. Hello.
I liked my time in Mauritius.
Bonjour.
It was really great. Did we miss any questions in the madness?
I don't think so. Everyone was just sort of there and hanging out.
Just chilling there.
People, if you've just joined us, we had the live chat link unlisted and we didn't put it public. So you've probably only just been notified. Apologies for that.
That's all right. It's only a couple extra at the moment, so
yeah.
We'll go through all of these. Normally we'll be answering the same questions like a few times
over and over again. So we'll just let everyone come on board and then we'll just see what questions come up now.
Love the idea that you've given an old boat new life. So do we. Like I had some dude like, you're an idiot. You know, you could have just got like a boat blah 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 for X amount of money, and just used it, And I was just like, you can't be like that all the time. You can't just keep, just burning through boats and then letting someone else fix them. So we're happy because Marul's, she's got a bit of Australian history because she competed in the Trans-Tasman yacht race. And she was on her way down when I got her, and I don't know if I lifted her back up, but I held her at that point, and then Pasky and I used her to go around Australia in pretty rough state. She was seaworthy, but she was rough. But boats, they sort of, if they get to that certain point, people don't want to spend any money and they get junked. And so, we've got her back, and because she's got a bit of Australian history, we didn't mind spending the money on it. People are like, oh, it's a bad investment. And it's like, yeah, we know it's a boat. So we're really glad that we saved it. It's not going to get junked, and that's we're not really into the whole new boat sort of thing when there's so many good boats that could be still sailing around.
And the idea that you can pass it on to someone else one day in better shape. Yeah, it's a nice feeling to know that people will keep using our boat for hopefully another 50 years.
Another 50 years. Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah. I don't want that to come across as preachy either. There's enough people sort of telling you what save the planet and do this and that. We just like the idea of not using too much stuff. And I'll pretty much end it there.
Ron has asked, how do you need to adjust the dynamo rigging? How often do you need to adjust the dynamo rigging?
It's done now.
Yeah, it did take a while.
In the settling in period, because the dynamo itself has been pre-stretched when it's bought, and then the riggers will put all the splices in and everything else like that, and so that bunches everything up and puts the potential for slack in. So they put 2 tons on it and let it sit there for a while. But then, of course, when you go sailing, there's just a little bit more as everything just settles down and gets out of it. So we had to adjust it another 2 to 3 inches. I think inches is you there or 75 mil. We had to do a little bit of adjustment, but that's sort of done now, and it's good. With our little boat, I found that I could do it just with our boom thing, the 4-to-1. But another really good way of doing it is with a little lever block. Use a halyard, and then it puts it in perfect line with the shroud, and putting a lever block on it. If I had a bigger boat like a 40-footer, that's how I would do it. I got a 250 kilo lever block because I never go anywhere without a way of being able to lift the engine out. Someone's going to go, what?
Come along.
Yeah, I always make sure I can lift the engine out of our boat.
And speaking of come along, hello to everyone that's just joined us. We started the live chat unlisted, and we couldn't figure out why you weren't all with us.
It's 122. That's more of a standard number.
And then we
got someone from Japan.
Whoa, hi.
Konnichiwa. That's awesome. I don't think I've seen anyone from Japan before.
Yeah.
Sorry for everyone else from every other country. We just have never had anyone from Japan before.
Yeah, bastards. Yeah, sorry about that. So we were running on it unlisted, and then we just made it public, and here you all are. So,
oh, my goodness me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, suddenly the audience is increasing. We made a big boo-boo. We let people know that we're here.
Oh, nice caring cuddle from Seahorse. Hello, Seahorse.
Oh, look, Switzerland, South Africa, New Orleans.
North Carolina.
I never got to New Orleans. I wanted to. My plans were foiled. Yeah.
When you plan on visiting Canada one day, love to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Clarkson, WA.
Restoring a 13-foot mini cruiser. A 13-foot is definitely a mini cruiser.
That is a micro cruiser.
That is not a. That's not an exaggeration.
Dave Brown, g'day, Mike, Jan, Byron, Justin.
Thank you everyone for joining us. The numbers are still clicking up there.
Texas, Frank, Chris, and Andre in Brazil.
Yeah, I thought I'd broken out the good rum for no. It was just my stage fright wasn't too bad.
Massachusetts, Gold Coast. This is awesome.
Yeah,
we got everyone. Pick the right time slot, I think.
Yeah, bloody legends.
It is a little bit early for people on the West Coast, so.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yep, love the boat reef. We love the boat reef.
We love it.
Maybe you can see we're a bit happier now. I guess those Tassie videos, we were sort of doing this a lot, like, oh god. But it's all worth it now. And we're getting some decent rest, like we're only doing like 100, 200 miles in a stretch, we're having a good holiday. So the videos are going to still keep coming. I know a lot of people saw that we got to the end of the around Australia, like,
no,
it's the end of an era or sort of thing. And we're like, no. It's just that we didn't have the money to go international. And also things were complicated going international.
They still are complicated. So
yeah.
So we're just hanging out in Western Australia. We're doing lots of filming and we're having a great time.
We're having a great time.
Yeah.
We will be bringing you more videos. What we do ask of people is that sometimes, more often than other times, like in the past, we might just skip a week or something. It's not because we've died or anything, or we've just abandoned you. But sometimes WA has big pockets where the internet's not good enough to upload a video.
Hey, patron Mia in Denmark.
Yeah.
I think she's in Aalborg.
Boat fixer.
Like yeah.
I'm glad we're inspired. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we set out to do.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, so sometimes we might skip a bit, but the videos will continue.
Everywhere, really everywhere.
Yeah. We've had people saying, are there shirts for sale and the hoodies and everything? They are again. We've decided we've had enough pressure now. We've had enough death threats.
Yeah.
So yeah, that pattern.
The Elements range is available at the moment.
That one
in the t-shirt, the long sleeve, the hoodie.
Yep.
They're made. They're custom made. Like they're made in printed in batch, and then shipped from the US.
Yep. So people tried to take us to task a bit that we didn't get it done in Australia, but we tried and we couldn't.
Yeah.
And the companies that were in Australia that could manage to do it were US companies with Canadian cotton anyway. We tried to get it done. Please don't, write us letters saying, why didn't you support Australia? You're misrepresenting yourselves. We really did try, but most of our audience is actually all around the world.
Yeah. The US Postal Service can actually handle international dispatch of parcels, and the Australian Post can't really. Like it's very expensive.
Ask Jeff Bezos.
It'd all be, yeah. Yeah, so kind of just worked out that way, I'm afraid, but yeah, we're happy with the service that Bonfire provides. They make the t-shirts for us, and it works out. So we haven't really had any issues with. Everyone's has been really happy with their t-shirts. The quality has been great. So I think the quality is important.
Dave Brown, it's possible that you look old. So do I. In fact, as I've gotten to look older, the boats looks better. I think that's the angle that we're going for. I'll just get more and more ragged, and people are like, that boat looks amazing.
What length boat and draft would you recommend to circumnavigate Australia?
Whatever suits you, man.
Yeah.
It's sailing's such an individual thing. It's not like you're going out in a commercial venture and there's like, this is what you need to achieve. Some people want more challenge, and I would recommend going smaller. Some people want to just take it easy. Whatever you can afford, Some people want all the bells and whistles and that, but you know what? It costs money. If you've got the money, why don't you get a nice fast catamaran that's super comfortable? Whatever.
G'day, Smoky Ribs.
He's like one of our longest standing fans.
Yeah, I know, he's been with us a while.
And makes amazing
food. Yeah, barbecue, southern barbecue.
Yeah, some people are like, what sailing YouTube videos did you watch? And what I should say is like, well, on sailing videos, I'll watch Cruising Kiwis for a laugh.
Yeah.
And then I just flick on over, and sometimes I'll check out Smoky Ribs.
Yeah.
Because like I don't get to
like watching cooking shows and gardening.
I like watching gardening shows.
And homesteading shows.
I like watching shows that aren't doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
so I don't watch
a bit of like altruism,
videos.
doing something else. Yeah.
That's what people say. Your videos are unique. And I'm just like, I guess, because I've never seen any of them. It's not strictly true. Trip around Australia in a sailboat and your team still getting along. What's the secret?
Living in a small boat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the secret.
Pesky. Yeah. You know what? Free range sailing is a cooperative effort. So we both have something to work towards. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the secret. We collaborate. We're collaborators as well as lovers.
Hi, Matthew. I'm glad that you found us and that you've been watching. That's always nice to hear that. So much content if you find our channel now. It's got like hours and hours of viewing.
It's true. Smaller is definitely it's always more simple. It can be less simple in terms of like how your headspace can be. Like sometimes you're just like, oh man, I wish I had a bit more space. But even big boats, if you can be on a big boat with just one wrong person and that boat is tiny. I know that from past experience.
Vietnam, hello.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, nice. Everywhere. Against all flags. I've seen that before. Hi, against all flags. Australia.
Off to work. See you, Mike.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Maurizio Canali. He's another person that's been with us for a long time. There's lots of names here.
Vasily the Gardener. I don't know who Vasily the Gardener is. I have to check that out.
Sounds Dutch or Russian.
Half asleep from Brizzy. Yeah, it's pretty late over there.
Yeah,
Thanks
sorry
for joining
about that.
us.
Oh, spanked me very much. Another long-termer with a great name.
Yeah, spanked me very much.
Yeah, it is. It's the hurricane season. Far out. I haven't even watched the news for you guys, what's happening with hurricane season this time, but we're not going to have to put up with cyclones. We're just not going into that this time. Did
we buy the new laptop yet? Yes, we have. We're using it right now. We bought a MacBook Pro, a new gen with the M1 chip, MacBook Pro 13-inch, and it's really great. Most of that series coming back from Tasmania was edited on the new laptop. So I bought that as soon as we got into Perth, and I just wanted to get it working and make sure it worked before we went sailing again up the WA coast, and it worked fine. And the battery consumption is the battery lasts 6 to 8 hours, even with me editing, which is very demanding on the computer. But this computer is obviously less power draw on this computer. But the battery lasts about 6 hours, and then the draw on the through the inverter is very minimal. Ugh. It's like a quarter of what we were drawing with the old Alienware computer.
The old Alienware was pulling every hour for
10 amps, maybe.
Yeah, so 10 amps for every hour that you were editing. So sometimes it would be like 80 amp hours it would pull out, whereas this one you can recharge it in 1 hour and work for 6.
This one recharges in about 3 hours, and it draws about 3 amps or 4 amps 3 amps when it's recharging. So it only takes 10 amps to recharge it, and then I've got another 6 hours battery use. It just uses nothing.
It's a fraction. So
absolutely nothing.
Some people were actually asking about the flip up solar panels that we had before. They've started to fail in their output, and they start to disintegrate and shed plastic. And when they shed plastic, of course, it's going to go in the ocean. So we cancelled them. And instead of putting them back, we didn't need that extra power as we were crossing the Great Australian Bight. So we just held off on that. I'm a big fan of just think about things. You wouldn't think so, would you, look at me? But I don't mind just taking my time. We actually went and got a 200-watt solar blanket from the 4-wheel drive stores. And now when we need that power, we can just fold it out. But when it's not needed, it's...
Yes, Troy's just going to grab the solar panel to show you what we bought. Such a great investment.
Look at this thing.
So that is 200 watt of solar.
It folds out.
Yeah. And it works really, really well. They're like silicone coated, all the panels, aren't they? Like they're weatherproof and yeah. Yeah,
I wouldn't bother if you had a big boat. But if you were cruising around in like a sporty cat or a smaller boat, I think they're pretty good, and we'll cover that in a future episode. We're not sponsored by those people. We're not sponsored by anyone. In fact, we try not to accept sponsorship just so we can say what we like.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering, like a few people are like, you should take some sponsorships. It's like, no. We try not to advertise anything. Except Rob Martin, a client, so all your satellite needs. But that's just because he's a friend of ours. We don't advertise stuff because it'd be pretty hypocritical for us to say, like, try and do more with like less, and then just spruik a whole bunch of junk.
That's true.
So that's, some people go, why don't you take this and that and the other thing to get money? And we're just like, no, don't want to.
Hello, Brad Albon. I was going to say Brad Abalone, but this Brad Albon. Haven't heard much from me, but watched your videos. Yeah, love your approach, especially the reef diving and music. Your perspective and ages are very healthy. Thank you. Cheers, Brad.
Pascal has. I think you'd all agree. Like the editing's just gone next level.
Oh, thanks.
What, you don't think?
Yeah.
The music choices have been really great. my brother-in-law actually wrote us a little bit of music there.
Yeah, so the guitar music at the start of the latest series that we just finished, the trip from Tassie to Perth, that's Troy's brother-in-law playing. It's really great.
Yeah.
It was actually his 40th birthday present. He got some studio time to record some of his tracks. So.
Yeah, we sent him in the studio.
And that was a track that he specifically wrote for us. And we got to use it in the intro of our video, which is really cool.
I'm feeling it right here.
Yeah.
Hey, our numbers have doubled there, look.
Hey.
Any more boat upgrades? So sorry if I'm like, you know what happens, like every now and then we'll be talking and we want to look here, like in the camera, so it looks like we're looking at you.
But then we're like cross-eyed and glowing.
Yeah, then we look over here and we've missed some questions, and I'm sorry, but they're going like
it's and the cookbook is SV Nimbus. I'm working on the cookbook. Just editing videos takes priority.
Yeah. You know, these videos, when they get to you, they've probably had about 30 hours of work. But after the filming, sorting through all the junk where we shot really bad footage, and then the editing and putting it together. I know a couple of people are just like, why don't you can you get some part-time work to fund these? No, we can't. Like, we don't have any time. Like, in between sailing around Australia, maintaining the boat and filming all of this.
And chores and stuff.
Yeah. If you're wondering, should I make YouTube videos? How much time you got? It takes a bit.
Getting bored is not really anything we've ever had an issue with on this boat. Not since we started making movies. Because, like, for time off, we read or go diving. And then if we're not having time off, we're editing.
Yeah.
Or asleep or eating.
Tim Taylor, not Tim Brooke Taylor. Tim Taylor. Yes, we are always happy when we inspire people to work on their boats. We love hearing about people that are restoring old boats. You know, not letting them get junked. There's so many good boats that we see out there that are on the way down, and
g'day, Della.
It's a real shame.
He's been watching since 1000.
Wow. Yeah, there's heaps it's really nice to see that, when you recognise all of these names and that. So.
Anthony, we'd love to come over to the States. We were saying earlier, before I realised I hadn't made the chat public, that we'd really love to go to the States. But yeah, it's a bit hard to travel at the moment. We're actually not allowed to leave Australia, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We were always just gonna do the lap and see if we hit 600 patrons, but we didn't. Yeah. And so we're just like, but also then the whole the COVID malarkey happened. And so we're just not making any plans at the moment. So people want to know what our plans are, but we can't really look forward too much more than 6 months at the moment, with any sort of reasonable expectation. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
I didn't know people could send us money that way.
They can. Very cool.
Wow. Thanks.
Sailing Sometimes, I am working on the book, and as soon as it's available for pre-order, I will make sure that you know about it.
Yep.
I've spoken to a publisher, so I've gone that far, but I actually have to finish the manuscript now.
Yeah.
I actually have to finish writing it. So, and getting our patrons to do some recipe testing for us too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you could edit a video of just the worst scenes. I hang out in my underpants a lot. So
no, you want to see that.
You don't want to see that. No way.
Thank you for the congratulations for the trip around Australia. It's really nice to get all the congratulations from you guys. Because it's funny, like, no one else really cares. But you guys care, which is awesome.
I think people understand like what it takes to go for a sail around Australia there.
Yeah.
And they're like, what sort of Australian's not drinking Bundaberg rum?
Sailing from Singapore to Freo, what's the best time of the year for the weather?
I guess you'd want to come down through Asia in the dry season, but then you'd probably do all right just pre-December, wouldn't you? I can't think of the dry season in Thailand and Asia, but you wouldn't really get the cyclones and the bad wet weather December. But it's a tough one. I would say December you'll be doing a lot of motoring.
Well, Smoky Ribs has given us some. Thank you.
How come people are sending money all of a sudden? Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Is that because I just promoted your show, Smoky Ribs? I love Smoky Ribs. I can't get too hungry, though, because Pasky makes me really good food. Don't take it personally. Because sometimes people are watching Pasky cook and they're like, oh, my God, I got like beans for dinner, and they're feeling sad.
You know, sometimes I get that watching Smoky Ribs. It's like a barbecue with red meat, and you're like, I really want a steak right now.
Yeah, red meat's a bit of a killer when we're just like, seafood banquet again. Aussie living in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia looks beautiful.
Oh, come, Mia said we can borrow her 24-foot boat.
Yeah.
Nice. It would be really nice to just like get a round the world trip ticket, because so many people have offered their boats in various countries and not have to do the customs jump between each country, just like jump onto different boats around the world.
It would make it an amazing series, actually, meeting people and hi, we're borrowing boats around the world. Boat swap.
What are you drinking, Troy?
No affiliation, but this is Appleton Estate. It's a fine Jamaican rum. So there you go. Does it seem like I've been drinking, not my hair, but does it seem like I've been drinking rum?
Yeah, it looks good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It looks good. Anthony McNeil sent us $10. Thank you. Love you guys. You're a big inspiration, and I'll pick your brains when I get my boat.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's going on there, Spank me. Upgrading to a 60-footer will only cost 4 times more. Yeah, that's exactly, maybe more. Like it's a logarithmic curve, isn't it? It's madness. It's not linear. Stormy Perth. It's just been low pressure. Perth has been
crazy wet. I feel like it's one of the wettest ever.
I think it is. Like down in Denmark, we know
a farmer.
Yeah, a farm that's been kept in record since 72,
which
is older than even I am.
Yeah. And wettest winter in 50 years.
Yeah, in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's Denmark, the town.
Yeah, down in the southwest of WA.
Not in Europe.
Not in Europe. And Darwin's had its coldest winter.
See you, Della.
Gone?
Yep.
Can't hang around.
How are the storm? Oh, it's Elaine, Sail Spirit. How the rope bag's holding up? The rope bags are working great.
Yep.
So Elaine's one of our patrons. She's Kiwi, and she lent me her machine when we were back in Fremantle, and some thread as well. So I fixed all those sheep bags that I was making in Tasmania.
Yeah, and and those little ones that we bought have rusted away.
Oh yeah.
Rubbish. Why would you buy them? It's snowing in Bluff Knoll. What?
Bluff Knoll snowing. Cool.
I recently made cheesecake. Look at that.
Oh, and how was it? The same one, the no bake one. It's really yummy.
Yeah, we're so proud to inspire anyone. If you're doing a cruise around the Philippines, good luck. That's amazing. I can only imagine cruising around there. He sells a beer.
Thanks for the beer money.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't like me drinking rum there, so this could go anywhere.
You should do an OnlyFans.
Nah.
Isn't that like Rolab from Europe? Hello. Oh, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, nice to see you. Made it.
Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't come into the Patreon live stream. But I'm glad that you're commenting here.
Yeah, and you live in a beautiful part of the world.
And look.
Right there. Actually, how's Mike's? There's where is it?
Mike.
We got to prove to Mike that
this is Mike's knife that he made for us.
Mike
Still going
for us. Yeah, look at that. It's used every single day.
Every single day.
And I'm not going to shave my arms, but trust me.
It's sharp.
Trust me that this thing is scalpel sharp every single day.
Have we cooked fish heads? Yes, we have started cooking fish heads a lot lately, and we have a cool little technique that's coming up in a video about how to make the broth really clear. So we'll be bringing that to you in an upcoming video.
What do you think about smoked red emperor heads?
Could be good.
Yeah.
And then make the broth.
No, you just smoke them and then eat them.
Oh, that would be delicious.
Like hot smoked red emperor heads.
Yeah,
I accidentally clicked on Nude Latitude. Many people accidentally
once a few years ago and ended up watching every video. That's awesome that you found us. I mean, yeah, I think Nude Latitude was like a gateway for a few people.
It was a funny one, that one, because a lot of people were just like, I resisted clicking on that.
Yeah, some people resisted because they're like, it's clickbaity.
They thought it was going to be sketchy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. And they've been with us ever since. Yeah. So that's really great. You know, Nude Latitude, like we didn't, some people thought we were doing clickbait, but we just like sailed on the same latitude from like Weipa, the Westwell Islands over to Weipa.
Yeah.
And we just didn't put clothes on. If you watch that video,
it's like 90% humidity.
Put the camera away. No, I don't want to put pants on. Yeah. And
when stop filming me. I don't have pants on.
And when Pasky's saying, what do we call us? Like, I don't know, the Nude Latitude. And then like a couple of days later, she's like, are you seeing this? It's like 3 million views.
It wasn't that quick, but yeah, it was pretty quick.
It was pretty mad. So anyway.
One day we got like 300,000 views in like one day.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
Newfies are awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately, this feature isn't yet available in your region.
Oh.
Thanks for everyone that's sending us money.
This is amazing, guys.
We were, that's good.
But something totally wasteful. What about something like nourishing, like a delicious steak or something? I might spend that on a steak.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
It's not that wasteful, is it? We don't have space for wasteful stuff.
Worth the cost of admission there. Yeah. When we set out to do free range sailing, we just wanted to
intuitive.
Yeah, just like give people inspiration and sort of pass on our knowledge as we got it. And you know what? To give you an alternative, like everywhere out there's like sex and drugs and violence and stuff.
And swearing.
Yeah, I try not to swear. So hopefully people do enjoy that like sort of outlet, you know, that we an alternative to whatever else is out there. It can get pretty ugly.
Yeah, fish cheeks are great, Elaine. We love fish cheeks. The best is that we've had is when we got barra cheeks off a barra fisherman.
Yeah.
Because they only really, if they process, they're just selling the fillet a lot of the time, so they can give you the head.
Name the few basic things about sailboat, hull, sail, things.
Tassie Viking, hello. It's probably very, very late over there.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, yeah.
I'm having a drink with you, mate. Yeah.
Nude Latitude is the one vid I won't watch. I have to say now, it is a really good video. It's not, the quality is not very good and the audio is not very good because it's like we didn't really know what we were doing back then.
Yeah. Andy, I didn't stop at one meat pie in Perth. I ate all the pies.
Yeah, all the pies.
No, cruising. No, Rob, we'll save any of that stuff for you. 1 a.m. Yep.
Yeah, well, no, we have eaten an eyeball, but I'm not really into it. So, yeah. We do actually eat them when we make fish head soup because they just mush it into the soup.
Yeah.
Like we pick all the meat off the bones and everything.
Yeah. Sailing Valhalla, yeah, I think, you know, circumnavigating anti-clockwise, the really great thing about that is all of Queensland, you can explore it at your leisure. The way we smashed down, it was sort of...
Yeah, we missed a lot of northern Queensland.
Yeah, which was sad. Like I've seen a lot as a commercial fisherman. Pasky didn't get to see the best parts of it, but it gets really great north of Cooktown. The coral up there is just amazing.
Matthew Brennan said, thanks for the wine glass mango trick, life-changing. Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Wisconsin.
Hello.
Some cheese there.
Does the steak come with a cooking class stream? That would be cool.
A cooking class stream would be cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll see if I can set that up. I need to get better with the streaming software. Like we're just running this through YouTube, but
yeah,
I need to get on all over that. If anyone is good with that sort of thing and might be able to help us make better live streams, perhaps send us an email. Mail at, I'm going to type it on there because if someone out there is good with setting up live streams, perhaps you do it with gaming community or something like that and you watch our channel as something different, send us an email and you might be able to help us out. Because we put some special streaming software on our old computer and then that was when we accidentally went live and it was just a mess. So we just went back to the YouTube streaming software.
Yeah. So, I don't know, it's tongue-in-cheek. Have you had issues with orca hitting your boat? We don't, but you know what? Big whales don't like our boat.
No.
I think we're orca-ish. I think we're at 30
Black
foot.
and white.
We're about the right size. It sounds a little bit unusual, but we haven't come across a humpback yet that didn't just go poof and gone.
And leave a big footprint.
Yeah, so if sometime in the unimagined future we're ever selling a boat to one of you people, just know that you don't have to worry about hitting a whale. What's the worst sea state you've been in? How did you handle it? That was pre-free range sailing. When I was sailing down the WA coast, it was probably worse because I was single-handed, but it was about a 3-metre swell, a 3-metre sea, and about 35 and gusting up to 45 knots. And that was, I just sailed out 65 miles offshore, so my watch keeping wasn't quite as crucial. Just got out there and was pretty miserable for 3 days, 3 days awake-ish. And then came back in. But how I handled it was just reduce sail and just kept going. But Marul's a very seaworthy boat. She's more seaworthy than some larger boats that I've been on. So.
Nashville, Tennessee. We've got Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hello, everyone that's just joined us.
Chocolate Nation there.
Yeah.
The work background, Troy loved here. I was a fishing boat engineer and harvest diver. Pearl diving and sea cucumber diving, aquarium fish collector. And then I went into oil and gas. So
before that, you were a tree surgeon, demolition,
house transporter.
Worked in sales, marketing and sales or something.
Yeah, it was a pretty checkered, unsavoury past. So.
Oh, you were a groundsman on a golf course?
Yeah, I was more of a holiday, though. I worked on my Happy Gilmore swing. So 25 years at sea, diving and engineering.
Ohio, Yanchep.
Primary industry. So.
An Alban Vega. What's an Alban Vega?
Okay.
Someone just bought a first boat. It's an Alban Vega. You guys are such an inspiration to me here in northern Sweden. Hello. Cool.
I don't know, but if it's a Swedish boat, the chances are that it's really,
nice.
really great.
Yeah.
So every Swedish boat I've seen so far has been pretty amazing. All of that Scandinavian heritage of shipbuilding's been, they cross their T's and dot their I's.
Oh, I've got people from Kentucky, Alabama. Daniel Michaels. I bought my first blue water boat on Morgan 37.
They're good.
Oh, it's a 27-foot Swedish boat built in 1979.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice. Hi from Puerto Rico.
Our boat was built in 69.
Right.
So
10 years earlier.
Luckily, with our crowd, we won't get all the jokes you would expect from that. But there you go. What else we got?
What did you do before saying full-time? You answered that one. Oh, what is the one thing that stands out? Oh, Dingo. What is the one thing that stands out for your experience that you could take to the bank?
No, I just did a long spiel. I've been crapping on.
Oh, I just love the Kimberley. I say this every time, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's just so raw, remote. There's no one there. The water is just so pure. The water holes are amazing. I'm terrified but intrigued by crocodiles. They're amazing. Just can't. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. That's just the one thing to take to the bank because it's just so unique. It's not like anywhere else in the world. You can't really get there unless you sail there by boat, and you need to be organized. You need to get your timing right. You need to know about tides. And once you're there, it's just incredible anchoring, incredible day sailing, cruising, so much to see, so many little bays to go and see and hide in. So just incredible treasure trove, and somewhere that is a bit untouched because it's really hard to get to. So.
Yeah. And we found that we were able to just go bushwalking 20 Ks a day, just barefoot with a fishing rod, my parang and a backpack.
Yeah, you can just live off whatever. You just walk along the creek and grab your fish, light a fire. There's no issues.
No.
It's amazing.
It was very plush.
It's amazing. Just drink the water directly from the stream.
No Giardia?
No Guardia or Giardia?
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, yeah, so that's for me.
Yeah, if one place to visit, you would. Yeah, it's so great. It's not on the map. It's not a very big distance, but oh man, it's packed so much into a small little patch there.
American Born Walk Away. Hello.
Yeah,
I love seeing your comments. You're always so excited.
Yeah, and it's nice to know that we're in so many people's prayers around the globe.
Yeah.
So around this flat Earth.
Not at all still a Porter boat fan. No, we still like our Porter boat. It has its moments. It's got
a little split up in the transom, and so it's leaking a little bit of water now after 7 years of just being treated like a commercial vessel. Theoretically, I could fix it, but it's still like it's not a big problem at the moment. But yeah, I don't mind that porter boat. Sometimes we wish we could go a bit faster, but I don't know any dinghy that really does everything that you can carry around on a 30-footer. Our life is one of compromise.
Thank you, Jeff, for the kind donation.
Really great.
How long can you hold your breath? I reckon I can hold my breath for 1.5 minutes. We've been practicing a bit more lately because we've been getting a lot of crayfish.
Yeah, I was rubbish the other day. I had a little bit of a hangover and I was diving in 6 meters and I was like, I maxed out at a minute.
Okay.
I was just like, I'm done. And I just felt, I
Yeah,
felt rubbish.
but you were swimming against the current, so you were tired.
I was swimming against
If you
the
have to
current.
swim hard into current, like you get your heart rate up and then you can't. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard.
And I was hanging out with Benny till like 3 a.m. too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no Crocs. Having no Crocs is that really makes things easier. So from Canberra.
Yeah. Hi.
You know, our sailing channel should be realistically done because we're just going about our business.
Just filming it.
We never really stage it. I guess Pasky polishes it in that she takes out all the swear words and shots of me in my undies at their worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it's just how we live. So yeah, I'm a scuba diver. Oh man, when I was diving on commercial hooker, I think that was the worst my breath hold ever got. And then I would blow out a scuba tank within like 40 minutes. I'm better at it now. Please cover Coral Bay. We got an invitation to visit some people in Coral Bay. Where we do want to just.
I want to go to Coral Bay.
We want to pick our way a little bit more slowly as we go back down
south. Yeah.
But
then if we get a weather window, we'll go because it's sort of like, yeah.
We'll see how we go. We want to spend a bit more time in Shark Bay. I think Shark Bay is underrated. So,
what's your favorite swear word? We're not going to say it in the live chat. Sorry, guys.
That's a clever question, though. Hubby wants to sail the Kimberleys, but I'm a little worried about seeing Clucky's catamaran.
Right.
He was going a bit fast in uncharted waters.
And he was doing it at night time.
He was being pretty loose.
Yeah. And he knew he was being loose.
He knew he was being loose.
Yeah.
So is your, yeah. Yeah, wasn't the Aboriginal art great? That's such a good thing in the Kimberleys.
45 minutes on a tank, yeah. so Troy can do a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great episode when you were at the Wessels and you lost your lure and you speared the barra.
You know what was even better? That cast afterwards to get that mangrove jack.
Oh yeah,
that's underrated. That's underrated. That was like a 25-meter cast straight down the gob of that jack. But yeah, spearing that barramundi was pretty cool.
It's cool that I had the camera and I could get it on camera.
Yeah.
Sometimes that stuff happens when we don't have the camera. And it's not the same when you tell the story and you haven't seen it on film.
Look, Razor Blades hasn't abandoned us yet.
Hello, Razor Blades.
He keeps coming up with budget options for us. I guess not having a random pregnancy is a budget option.
Yeah. Shark Bay's Wicked Sticks, yeah. We're pretty keen to check it out. It was so wet and cold when we were there. We just kept going north, so before. Because if you've just joined us, we're in Dampier, which is near Karratha, which is in Western Australia, north of Perth Fremantle, where we left you when we arrived from our trip from Tassie.
Yep.
So
the lap of the globe will not be happening because of craziness.
Crazy virus.
And also we didn't reach our financial target. We were going to do the lap of Australia, and if we had 600 patrons, we'd go further afield. Didn't happen, so we're not.
And we're on anchor.
Yeah, we're not in a marina.
No, we're on anchor.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
It's just pretty still. There's no wind. There's no swell at the moment. So we're doing good.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Sam. I think we helped him out with some info on Klansman. I think Sam was interested in buying a Klansman or has just bought one. So welcome to the Klansman Club if you've bought one or if you're looking at them.
It's hilarious when you see a Klansman for sale and they say, check out free range sailing. Look, we got a 365, 369.
Yeah, there was a Klansman that just sold in Kettering that was out on the hard for 22K.
Yeah. If you had a bigger boat, what size would you buy if you had to? I reckon 36 is a pretty good size. What are those naiads?
Oh, I like those naiads. They're 38, I think. You can get 2 different sizes.
A 38 naiad would be a world cruiser for sure.
Yeah.
Something that you don't need a crew, but you could probably fit a crew.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's not a thing. 20 years in Hawaii as a dive master. Yeah, I was a pretty good dive master when I was I got into it.
Thanks for the electrical panel fit out. Wow, Dampier, can you guys keep still? I know we kind of raced up here because it was wet and cold down there. And it still is wet and cold down there. So we're up here in Dampier, which is nice.
Yeah, we moved quick to get to Dampier, and then we wanted to trickle our way down because it's actually harder, so we wanted to leave plenty of time to get down there. But there's spots that we want to check out, but we wanted to do it in when it's warm because it's been a super cold winter. I know. Every time I say this, people from around the world, it's like, super cold.
It's not really cold.
I'm in Alberta, it's minus 40 degrees, and it's summertime or something like that. Well, what is it? It's over there, it's like either it's the insect season or it's the ice season.
Yeah.
They always laugh at us that we're really soft, which we are. But... Oh, Ransay's a Naiad, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
They're in
44.
They're in a bigger one.
44 is a bit big.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow, it's 40 to 50 knots in Perth. Whoa.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, we see.
That's a lane there.
This year we keep seeing like the lows following each other. When Pasky and I were over on around Mackay, it was just high pressure after high pressure following, and they didn't get a break. And this time it's low pressure after low pressure. So Perth's just eating it in terms of winter. Yeah, okay. So
Loz has spent time on a trailer sailor in Shark Bay. Yeah, we're pretty keen to. We are a bit limited by our draft there, but there's still stuff to see.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, a little bit of forward driving sometimes happens. I don't want to rub off too much bottom paint.
Yeah. Perth weather sucks. Perth weather's actually great. It's just this year's been a pretty wet, cold year.
Oh, good on you. 32 in Calgary, Alberta. Ooh.
And I bet it goes really cold in winter.
No, well, they're having their summertime.
I know, but I bet it goes
minus that. Is that 32F?
No, Calgary, Alberta's Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was just wondering if it's Fahrenheit.
No, they're centigrade.
Yeah, Celsius, okay.
Yeah, Celsius.
I measured 46,000 on my boat today. What sort of measurement's that? Measurement of what?
Yeah.
46 knots?
7,000 foot. Wet summer, 7,000 foot of rain in northern New Mexico.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Cold, wet summer. At 7,000
feet. Okay.
Not 7,000 foot of rain.
I was like, that's torrential. What the hell?
Everyone's reading up on what Noah did.
Yeah.
Love the castle.
Oh. Yeah, we love the castle. That's why we call each other Dal.
It's true. Isn't that sad? 32C, yeah, there you go. Mandurah is Antarctic. I bet. Ooh. Well, we're thinking about everyone down there back home.
I feel like we sort of paid our dues though, because we had like a whole winter in Tassie, and then we had a summer in Tassie with only like a couple of hot days. So we needed to get up to the warmth. We needed to get to some bikini weather.
Bikini weather for Pasky as well. A lot of people are sort of really obsessed by babies. Is there lots of babies in the sailing channel world?
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, everyone's pregnant. Well, they've all had babies.
Well, I guess we're holding out.
Yeah.
How's the Serenity?
It didn't cost it cost a lot, the refit. So it wasn't like we didn't skimp on stuff. So it's hard to tell people like. Yeah,
we don't really talk about
the costs.
That's one of those things, like I've seen it a lot of times. How much does it really cost? And it's like, it'll cost however much you spend. Yeah, we prefer not to talk about the cost of things. It was a fair bit. Like, don't forget, we completely re-rigged it.
Yeah.
And did the
we bought new sails too, remember? And also we stripped the boat, like we completely refaired the whole hull. Yeah. So all that gel coat was cracked and chipped, and so we faired it back and re-epoxied everything. We went through 20 litres of epoxy, and that's not cheap. We used really good quality, expensive epoxy. So yeah,
double the price. It's just a sailing channel, Dale. Yeah, it's what you do with it. We're not buddy boating with Zatara. We keep running into the cruising Kiwis a bit. We sort of do our own thing. Like we're not against hanging out with them or anything, but they're in cats, so they obviously go faster than a little gammon 30-footer. But when we bump into them, we like to say hello, but we're not necessarily doing
I think we'll go
the
around.
Cruising Kiwis. If you watch their videos, they've just. If anyone here, all 377 of you, go and check out something a little bit different. Go and look at the Cruising Kiwis.
They just put a video out with us in it. It was
a
couple of months ago.
Yeah, so we're about to hit the big time.
Yeah.
But,
they're going to make us famous.
Go check them out because there's something you won't see anything else like it out there. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But I've lost track of it now. Spruiking these guys. The
Cruising Kiwis.
Yeah, I love those guys. Whatever. Yeah, buddy boating. No, we're not necessarily buddy boating.
No.
We might appear in a few episodes, but it's not a structure.
No one's in like kind of doing what we're doing in a little boat to buddy boat with.
Yeah.
Big cats is a bit harder. And I don't know, we kind of like the seclusion. We're a bit lonerish, so we like meeting up with the Cruising Kiwis.
That's right.
We're just a bit loners.
Yeah.
But I get really excited when we see boats with young people and like other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still get excited to socialize with other people. So then we have a few other friends in cats this year as well that we're hopefully going to see at the Montebello's. So
yeah,
which is this place where we filmed Radioactive Lobster. So yeah, I think there's a lot more crayfish to be had and caught this year. We've already had a lot of crayfish, but I'm ready for more.
We did talk about a passion for British Columbia.
Yeah, and the Norwest Passage. Yeah.
Let's just let everything sort of settle down if it ever does. So. 90,000 remote telemetry.
Enjoyed your videos fixing up our little Contessa 26. So your videos have been very useful. Thank you. Oh, cheers, Jason.
Keep those old boats sailing. There's no reason to junk them.
Yeah.
So.
Boat prices have skyrocketed.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why. But
well, people they can't go on overseas holidays, so they buy a boat and they go sailing.
Yeah, okay, it's true. Fancy that. Someone called Mr. Sales says life on the water is the best life.
Yeah.
I think I can see a link here.
Lafayette, Louisiana. Love your channel and real life adventures. Great videos. Kudos. Thank you very much.
Yep.
COVID prices on everything at the moment. I know, and we're just waiting to see like when it falls at some point because fewer people are working. Like, where is the money coming from? Stimulus packages or?
I don't know. They just pulled it out of somewhere. Yeah, West Sail 32 is palatial.
Yeah, they're really big.
They really pack a lot of boat into a little boat. Something about the Black Plastic Strip in your combing.
Oh, the combing on the tow rail, is it?
Yeah, that's HDPE.
Sorry, Dale.
And I got a big length of it because the old teak tow rail was in poor condition. I was like, well, it's a plastic boat. I may as well go all out. So ran it through a router table, cut a channel to fit, and put it on. I custom made it for that. It does expand in the heat and contract in the cold, so you have to leave gaps. It's a good idea not to put it on in the cold. Put them on where it's hot, so they butt up. So when it's cold, it shrinks. Because otherwise, if you put it on when it's really cold and you go into a hot place, they expand because that expands quite a bit actually. That HDPE. So
crawfish ? Lobster. We call lobster crayfish here, but yeah, they're called southern rock lobster, or what's the tropical ones called? Tropical rock lobster.
Yeah, in Australia, lobsters have nippers, and crayfish don't.
Oh, in English.
But we interchange it.
But we call them southern rock lobster, but they don't have nippers. So anyway.
Oh, actually, it's the other way around. Sorry, I got it wrong. Got it wrong. Greetings from the Baltic Sea. We've been
from the Baltic Sea. That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. America is a big mess. I don't know if it's just America. I don't know if it's confined there. I think that the mess is sort of like it keeps moving around. Hi from England, been following you for some time.
Good morning, Lake Michigan. Would HDPE be a good finisher to hide window retaining bolts on the interior?
Say again? Oh, sorry. I was reading this fella's 70 and he's sort of sailing through us.
So. Oh, nice. Yeah. Would HDPE be a good finisher to hide window retaining bolts on the interior?
Hard to, I don't know. I don't know about that one because I can't see it.
Yes, they are saltwater crayfish. We call them southern rock lobster. Yeah, they're delicious.
Yeah, they're not like your crawdads.
They're not little, like they're quite big. Well, they're not big, but you know, the tail's pretty decent. Like one tail is a good feeling meal.
You actually get them in Florida.
Do you?
Yeah, Panulorus is the genus.
Uh-huh.
So if you talk about Florida saltwater crayfish, that's what they're getting.
Right.
But they don't have the nippers. They're the tropical.
Yeah.
Yes, we're totally happy with the Dyneema.
Totally happy with the Dyneema.
It's settled down. It hasn't needed any more adjustment. It's so resistant to chafe. It's unbelievable. Like the rigging isn't prone to chafe, but where we've used it elsewhere, I'm pretty content with it. I was more scared, before we got it, and I didn't know what I was talking about, of cockatoos, parrots, getting up there and chewing it. But now that I've got it, I can see that would just be totally unlikely. That stuff is tough.
Sail to Memphis, Tennessee. You could sail up the Mississippi River against the current for 800 miles. Wouldn't that be a fun adventure?
That sounds great.
That sounds very cool.
I think I'd rather do that in a trailer sailor and sail at
people are having some chats about the weather over in the States and Maryland and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see.
Hopefully there's no big cyclone for you guys this year. We'll see how you go. Well, they set the ocean on fire around the Gulf of Mexico. They torched that again.
Louisiana crawfish. Yeah, they're the little ones, aren't they?
I think they're in the bayou.
Yeah, they're farmed in rice paddies.
Yeah,
Great.
we got those. We got freshwater.
They're like yabbies, aren't they?
Yeah, we got little freshwater.
Actually, someone mentioned they're
here.
like yabbies. Dave Brown, I think, or someone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, huge freshwater crays in Tasmania. I think it's illegal to eat them there, like massive marron.
Oh, marron.
Yeah, huge but colourful.
Marron are the most delicious of the crayfish, in my opinion.
Janie wants your pudding secrets.
Oh, it wasn't with pistachios. It was with green matcha pudding. Green matcha tea powder. So that Japanese tea powder. Anyway, it's in the cookbook. So I'm writing a cookbook. And I've spoken to a publisher. I just have to get the manuscript together. So bear with me, and hopefully you'll have a cookbook next year that you can buy.
Yeah.
A gourmet sailor cookbook. It's coming.
Arthur Mees here. Saber Tom. Oh, thank you, Paul, very much.
Thank you, Paul. We hope you're able to come to Pacific Northwest someday. We really would love to do that.
If we ever make it to the Americas, it seems like that we'd be welcome in
a few homes. Yeah.
There's a lot of people waiting for Pascal's cookbooks. It's good to see. Yeah,
I know. I need to really finish that. Does the boat feel less motion in big seas now you've removed all that weight up high?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
good question, Sam. Any close calls on the sea that we do not see? Yeah, sometimes there's stuff that you don't see because it's nighttime and we can't film it. Sometimes there's like anchoring escapades.
Do you think they're close calls at night time when we're sailing? I can't remember any close calls. Our closest calls has been changes of wind in the night have put us in shallow water.
Yeah. Oh, when we're at anchor.
Yeah, like that one in Brisbane, but we didn't film that. Normally what will happen is if there's a situation that puts the boat at risk, we don't film because it's just more important to get the boat out of risk.
Yeah. And it always happens in the dark.
That's true. Yeah. I know it'd be great content, but yeah, our first priority is always safety of life first, boat second, and then filming comes after that. So sometimes we do miss a little bit of stuff, but we don't have too many close calls. I think we can preempt a lot of stuff.
That's like actually when Sailing Nanji went up on the bricks, they went up on the reef. They filmed a lot of that. I don't know if we would have been able to do that. It would have been too stressful.
I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There's just other things that you got to be doing.
Yeah.
Why'd they go up on the bricks? Busted mooring?
The mooring busted.
Yeah, we don't take moorings.
Where I have I have a concern where the winch mounts bolts come through the overhead would seem to be dangerous. Oh yeah.
He's talking about these acorn nuts.
Yeah, we actually had that. He's talking about them. Those.
Yeah, they're not dangerous because they're not in the walkthrough bit.
They're not in the main path of us. And we actually talked about it in the boat tour, but the boat tour was like the initial boat tour was hours long, so we had to cull it down to 35 minutes. And patrons got an extended version. So
when you're in a seaway, there's actually way more headroom because the boat's on an angle. And we haven't even come anywhere close to knocking our head in like thousands upon thousands of miles.
Yeah.
So, but often people will look at something and they'll have a concern, but it's all sea tested, and it's outside of our walking, like where we walk. You would, I don't know how you would hit your head when we're under sail. It's not. It's something that we've assessed, like in real life, looking at it. So it's not a thing.
See you, Matthew. Thanks for joining us. Dinosaur tracks at Broome and James Price Point. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to go all the way up to Broome in the boat.
No, we won't. Darren Mitchell's on his second shirt there.
Oh, the T-shirt with the surfing bird. Is there a surfing bird on this one? Oh yeah. This is There's I put a link to our merch on this. We've just launched the merchandise today, and it's going to run for 3 weeks only. And this is the last run on those elements, that new design the beautiful design that our friends made in Tassie. I've just put the link in the description of the video, so you can click on that and grab a T-shirt now or whenever you want. So.
Yep, there is the link.
Good day, Christian.
We would not crew on another boat to train a new boat.
No.
I've done deliveries and all that sort of stuff. No. I won't be doing a boat maintenance book because I think people like Don Casey and Nigel Calder, I couldn't compete with the work that they've done. They've done such a good job. I'd recommend anyone to go and read their stuff.
Time to head to church. See you later, Tim.
Have a good good trip to church. Yeah, it's Sunday. There you go.
Better idea than the Mississippi, up the Hudson to the Erie Canal, then head west across the Great Lakes and then down the Mississippi. That would be cool.
Most of our adventures are fairly remote, and we rate all of them highly. So the Kimberleys is the most remote. And maybe the Westwoods.
I do feel like you could write a boat maintenance book that's different to the other ones. But anyway, you're not going to do it. So.
No, there's no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, what's the thing that you've done to the yacht in the past that you sure would be awesome, but you regret it or it failed?
What is the thing that you've done to the yacht in the past?
Well, you mounted those winches in the middle and you kept hitting your head on it.
Yeah, that was gone.
We've fixed that already.
We didn't do our homework on the solar panels when we had the flip-up solar panels on the back, and instead of getting good quality rigid glass coated ones, we've got those flexible ones, if you see in some of the earlier episodes. And we didn't do our homework, and I thought like meets all German requirements means like good solar panel instead of like the Chinesium that they were, and they totally failed and we had to scrap them. So I was pretty upset about that, because that's like, hopefully someone will actually, we didn't put them in the bin, we put them like somewhere where people would scavenge, and they got them, they disappeared.
Yeah, they're gone. Someone reused them.
Hopefully someone's reusing them, but hopefully not necessarily on a boat, because they were shedding little bits of plastic and all that sort of stuff. They were real junk.
They were rubbish.
Yeah, so anytime we've used something that's been junk, whether or not we a misstep in judgment or whatever, that always causes regret.
You always pay for it if you get something that's poor quality.
Yeah.
We try not to. Yeah, it happens.
Was Mr. Sales having a laugh?
Thank you, Isaac, for the donation, for the support, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure. There's another conversation going on in the background, and I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up.
Hanging over the horizontal falls in the Kimberleys.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a lot of fun, because you could see people zooming through in boats under us. People were looking up, and they were excited to. Yeah, it was good. Kingston,
Ontario, Canada. I was glad to see you encapsulating everything in epoxy polyester resin, guaranteed.
Yep, that's true.
It's really cool. Like,
epoxy's the only way.
There are bits and pieces around the boat that we did in epoxy first and then varnish, and yeah, you can actually see where the varnish is scratched. They're actually getting damaged, so we have to sand them back. And I'm hoping I might put epoxy on them first and then varnish them.
One thing that's been really great is knowing that every single fitting has been drilled, back epoxied, drilled, and then put a fastener through it. Like, knowing that this boat will never ever suffer. Most of it's solid glass except the cabin top, which has got a bit of ply. You know, it won't ever have that delamination problem. But knowing that everything is backfilled and cored properly, knowing that it's done properly, makes me happy. I'm a happy guy.
Can you please pour me a tea?
Yes. I'll pour myself a rum as well.
Troy's drinking rum, if you're wondering.
I like to drink hard spirits during a live chat.
Oh, no, not this cup because it's got turmeric latte go in it. Yeah, I'm not drinking.
No,
but it's not because I'm pregnant.
Yeah, good preemptive there. We're at about an hour and a half on this live chat.
Yeah, but we didn't join. We didn't drop in until 20 minutes ago with everyone. So maybe it's getting pretty late here. So I know some people have only just joined us, and it's really cool that you're here. But we might have to wrap it up soon.
Yeah, well, all the stuff before that they missed out on, you can watch.
Yes, you should definitely go back and watch it because we've covered what we're up to this year and filled you in a bit more on what's going on.
Someone does have to. Oh, Com Sub Pack.
Oh, hi, Com Sub Pack.
He normally tries to get in first with his greetings from Germany.
Someone has to keep a clear head. That's right.
Hello from Karratha, 27 miles away. Hope the fireworks are great.
Yeah, we could hear them.
Yeah, Thora sailing. He had to, didn't he? Had to make that joke.
See you, Paul.
Yeah, see you, mate. Hope you're having a good time over there. Supper time. Are you having a braai? Smoking pot in Colorado there.
Chin chin. Going to make the hard dodger with what things is marine plywood. We didn't use marine plywood, we used foam. Yeah,
if you go back and watch, when we made the initial one, we weren't that satisfied with the ply. But if you are going to use ply, I don't know how big it is. It depends on the size. 1/2 inch should do it.
Far out. Someone asked a question, but I don't remember what they said.
Scroll.
Well, if you can watch this video, we'll make this live stream public.
Yes, definitely.
So we'll just leave it permanently public.
Using your video as a guide. Can you tell us something about
what goal is next on your wish list? To make some really epic videos about sailing around Western Australia and to finish a cookbook for you all.
Yep. The black plastic strip on your combing, so that's just HDPE. Custom made that in a router table and banged it on there.
Yeah.
HDPE is great material, like really, really good. My next thing is to learn how to weld that stuff. Actually, I'd like a plastic welder.
Thanks for joining us, Smoky Ribs.
Yep.
Good luck with the video. Hey, Southern Oregon. Okay, we're gonna shoot. It's nearly midnight here, and we've actually got a lot of filming, and I've got a lot of editing to do tomorrow to try and get a video out to you guys this week.
Yep.
So we're gonna love you and leave you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave this video to go and make you a video. So. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks all 400 of you for joining us. 405.
Thanks for being there.
Thank you for everyone that
shouted out with us.
Send us a little bit of money there.
Thank you. And someone sent us something on PayPal. I got a notification. And for all of you that jumped on and grabbed a T-shirt, they'll be available, or a hoodie, they'll be available for the next 3 weeks. But best to get in now. They might send them out early if we get enough orders in now. So you'll get it sooner if you order early.
And since we completed our circumnavigation, we got a bunch of new patrons. So welcome and thank you.
Welcome to new patrons.
Thank you for making it possible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you guys.
And if you want to grab a shirt, it's
the
available.
Link's in the description.
Stop sending us messages.
Messages that
you can get a shirt. It's all good. Look at that. Is that all well wishes?
Yeah. See you guys. So nice to see all you saying goodbye, and so awesome that we just got people from all over. Yeah. I think we nailed the timing. Unfortunately, anyone in the Eastern States and New Zealand missed out a bit this time, but we'll try and make it work for them next time.
Off to watch the Cruising Kiwis. That's right. Go watch them.
Go watch the Cruising Kiwis. You can watch the latest. You can see us too.
Watch Rob eat some sperm.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Ya.